Ugh, that's so gross. It smells so bad in here. And I didn't do that. So it's the pool over there. There's the pool. Those are all just banquet halls, I'm sure. That alarm does not sound healthy. Hey, what's up, Legion? My name is Sal, and this is another Expedition Log. Today we'll be doing something a little bit different. This episode kicks off the concluding arc to my 2019 Buffalo Niagara Falls tour, which began back in Phase 4 with the Batavia City Center, Main Place Mall, and McKinley Mall. When I got to Buffalo in 2019, I decided to stay at an historic downtown hotel because I'm a sucker for vintage things. But more often than not, vintage hotels can be disgusting, and they lack proper maintenance. While the hotel I'm about to show you has some pretty horrendous sights, I feel compelled to preface this episode by informing you all that it has recently undergone renovations, and what you see in my video might not be how it looks today. With that said, I'd like you all to come take a nighttime walk with me through the home base of my 2019 Buffalo Niagara Falls tour, the questionably maintained Buffalo Grand Hotel. But first, a word from our sponsor. A time in 1990 when CompuServe internet would cost 10 cents per minute. Enjoy.
There are people on this planet with amazing powers. With the help of their computers and CompuServe, they access an incredible number of powerful services without buying a lot of expensive software. Watch this, then I'll be back to tell you how you can connect your computer to CompuServe and take advantage of a special money-saving offer. CompuServe combines the power of your computer with the convenience of your telephone to bring you hundreds of online services, like a complete set of encyclopedia and national news wires. It helps you decide on investments, bank, and make airline reservations, get free software, and shop in the electronic mall. CompuServe connects you with other computer owners and offers games that pit you against opponents around the country. And now you can join CompuServe and get $25 worth of usage time with your membership. Just call 1-800-543-9500. In addition to hundreds of powerful CompuServe services, every new member will also receive this comprehensive user's guide, a subscription to the monthly CompuServe magazine, and this free information-packed user's almanac. You get all this for just $39.95, and usage charges are as low as 10 cents a minute, no matter what time of the day or night you use your service. But you have to act now to receive everything, including your free user's almanac. Call 1-800-543-9500 now to join, or to get a free brochure describing all the amazing powers of CompuServe.
So we're at the Buffalo Grand. That's the hotel I'm staying at while I'm in Buffalo, New York. And I spent the day with Ace, traveling around. He was my tour guide today. He was awesome. He was amazing. But we're at another hotel, so let's check this place out. Obviously, this is not a hotel review. This is just showing you what's happening while I'm here. Some sort of reflective thing. Probably from the outside and from the inside. And you can't open the window, actually, because there's this screw here preventing you from doing it, which would not be hard to remove, but, you know, what are you gonna do? So let's actually go outside and take a look at what the hotel looks like. Not outside. We're actually gonna take a look at the inside of the hotel and a little bit of the outside. We'll take a look at what it looks like at the nighttime. So let's do this. Oh boy. It's a pretty big hotel. Before we start the video tour, I just wanted to say that this is in no way an in-depth review or investigation. I'm just walking around with a drink, taking in the sights. I'm absolutely not qualified to dig into the minute cleanliness of the entire hotel, but I am qualified to tell you when something is gross. So let's head out. Let's take the stairs. So I'm up on the 5th floor, and I just want to remind myself of what it's like to get lost in the Landmark Mall. So we'll take the stairs. I'll go pretty quickly. Oh shit. I got to 3, but I can't go any further. I'll try it. Oof. I don't know if there's more stairs. Ugh, gross. What is this? What is this? For those of you that are part of the younger generation out there, we once lived in a world where you had to leave your hotel room and traverse multiple hallways to find a payphone in order to make a call using actual metal change, coins, quarters. These booths that you're seeing right now were full of payphones at one time, and back then, that was how you stayed in touch with friends and family. Just think about that next time you pull out your phone from your pocket. Okay, I don't know where I'm at right now, but it seems to just be like a long hallway of rooms. I don't know where to go from here. Now, this wouldn't be a legitimate ExLog if we didn't at least dig into the history a little bit. So while there's really not much history behind this place, let's still get after it. Back in 1978, this hotel opened as the Buffalo Hilton with 471 luxury rooms spanning 9 floors. Developed by San Francisco-based hotelier Clement Chen for an undisclosed amount, it was the premier destination for tourists and those on business with tons of amenities, including a lavish health club and over 50,000 square feet of meeting space. Oh, is this outside? Can we get out of here? No, this is locked. Yeah, that's outside. Oh, that is super moldy. That is super moldy. Just under 20 years after opening, Clement Chen had placed the Buffalo Hilton on the market for $24 million in early 1997. Later that year, by December 19, the hotel was sold to St. Louis-based Adams Mark Hotels and Resorts for about $15 million. Their immediate plans were to dump $12 million into renovations, which would refresh all of the rooms and to transform the existing health club into an extra 14,000 square feet of new convention and meeting space. The Erie County Industrial Development Agency even agreed to give Adams Mark a number of incentives, including a sales tax exemption on the purchase of all new furniture, fixtures, and equipment associated with the renovations. Just as a quick aside, in this director's row room, is this some kind of secret observation deck for creepy board members to watch people swim? Other than a storage unit, or possibly a meeting room back in the day, I'm not sure what else this room could be used for. In a second, you'll see it's got a window that looks right out over the pool. So just let me know if you guys have any other ideas in the comments of what this would have been. Because right now, obviously, in 2019, it was a storage unit. But I could imagine creepy old men watching people swim from these windows, and that doesn't sit right with me. So it's the pool over there. There's the pool. That sucks. Right behind the pool is this super horrible room. This entire hotel gives me serious Jack Torrance Overlook Hotel backroom vibes. There's so much liminal space in here, and hallways that seemingly lead to nowhere, but then you suddenly find yourself in a creepy viewing room for hotel staff to secretly watch people swimming. Obviously, I have no clue if that's actually what happened, but it could have happened. As we make our way down this hallway, we'll get our first glimpse of the liveliness of the hotel, where I'll actually head to after seeing a few more backroom liminal spaces. I didn't think I'd ever come back to this hotel just after checking in, so I wanted to film every square inch that I could just so I can show all of you before it was eventually renovated. That's the pool. All the lights are off. I'm hoping that we can get back into the escalator here. But you can see like water collecting. Let's get out of here. Maybe we can get into there. From there. Oh, it's over there. Right now we're headed to the area that has all of the convention space and the ballrooms, which I tried to see, but as you can see, the lights were all pretty dim, and inside the ballrooms the lights were out, and I didn't want to draw attention by turning them on. But we'll also take a quick look inside the kitchen, so please keep note of that when you see the kitchen, because later in the episode some pretty hardcore news comes down about the kitchen. So we're going to try and get into one of these banquet halls, and I'm pretty sure it's unlocked, and it's just going to be empty. But oh, what the hell is this? Their staff kitchen. Let's not go in there. See if we can get over here. Oh, it's massive. Oh, here's an old telephone room. That alarm does not sound healthy. Have any of you guys seen those bizarre new backroom videos? I feel like I've amassed enough liminal space footage over the years to take on a new backroom style project. Let me know what you think of that in the comments. Should I pursue it? So they might not be open, and if they are open, the lights are probably off, so let's see if we can see anything. I promise we won't be spending too much time here in the darkness, and I didn't want to take a chance turning the lights on since I did see active security cameras floating in the hallways. Whether or not they were actually being monitored, that's another thing. But I always take every caution so that I don't ruin the video tour before I get too deep. Okay, so all of these ballrooms and stuff, the lights are off and they're key controlled, so we can't see what they look like. but I can tell you that they look like what we're looking at now. They look like this, same carpets, the red carpet with the circle things on it, and these same lighting accents. And in the morning, I'll come down and hopefully we can see something. But for now, at night, there's really nothing we can see. But let's go back down to the lobby, grab a drink, and from there we'll call it a day. So let's go see. All right, so this is the kitchen. This is where they cook all the stuff. And obviously it's staff only, so, going all the way back there is not gonna be anything interesting. It's just gonna be stuff where they can set up coffee and amenities for the guests. So we're gonna leave that. Let's go back downstairs. Let's see if we can access those escalators. So now we're making our way towards the restaurant and bar, which is at the front of the hotel. And just for your records, here's a reminder that this footage was taken on Sunday, September 1, 2019. I feel especially compelled to mention that given that we just took a look in the kitchen. But this area leading up to the dining portion gave me huge Dead Mall vibes. There's fake trees scattered everywhere, random geometric patterned structural pieces holding the place up, some tapestry hanging from the ceiling that probably hasn't been cleaned in decades, dangling precariously over people's dinner, the same place I'm about to eat in this video, and everything is topped off with a broken down escalator. Something I'm all too familiar with. It's an escalator that is not working inside of this hotel. I'm well versed in this, and I've seen it in all of the dead malls that I've been to. Most of the dead malls that I've been to. But, I don't know, it's just sort of a familiar scene right now. So we've got the dead escalator, we've got stained and missing ceiling tiles. There's people wandering about, not thinking about any of this, and paying way too much to be here. It's a surreal experience. Look at this. It always amazes me just how much a non-functional escalator can totally diminish the aesthetic integrity of any place. We sort of expect it at malls these days, but aren't hotels all about hospitality? I can forgive the stains on the ceiling, because how the hell are you supposed to get up there and clean those? But what about accessibility? Unforgivable. Okay, so we're gonna grab a quick drink at the bar, and then we're gonna go back out to the garage to see what kind of shape that's in, and then we'll get a couple more shots at this place. But again, this is the Buffalo Grand in Buffalo, New York. So there you have it. Let's go grab a drink. This feature confused the hell out of me at first. I thought it was some sort of terrarium or contained biology experiment, but as I got closer to investigate, it was just the outside. There's a slight gap in the structure that they exploited to create a tiny garden, and since it was raining outside, there was rain on the windows. I thought that was pretty neat. What wasn't neat, though, were all the spiders around the hotel. Webs everywhere, all night. That stressed me out. So I decided to go grab a double makers, some salad, and possibly another nightcap or two, so we could finish our tour without all the agita.
Double makers, yeah. Let's do it.
Canadian developer Harry Stinson bought the 9-story Adams Mark Hotel in July of 2018 for $17 million. He wouldn't start on any renovations until November later that year, though, or so he said he would. According to an article in the Buffalo News, Mr. Stinson would only take 50 days to renovate the property, just in time for a massive New Year's Eve party that he was throwing for the guests. Despite announcing a $30 million renovation, the property would only receive light renovations and new branding, formally turning it into the Buffalo Grand Hotel, just as you saw in this footage.
All right, we're gonna check out the parking garage, which is deplorable. Here you go.
And I'm sorry, but if you're not getting total The Shining vibes from this video, I'm not sure what to tell you at this point. There were so many places where I expected to hallucinate the two twins and the blood coming out of the elevator. Or maybe it was the bourbon, I'm not sure.
This is some Pepsi. Ugh, couldn't drink their swill. And here is the parking garage. This parking garage reminds me of the Iverson Mall. If you haven't seen my video on the Iverson Mall or my live stream on the Iverson Mall, go check it out. It's a parking garage. It's gross. But there's just something about it. Just something that, like, how it empties back into the hotel. Just, I don't know, it just feels uneasy. I don't like it. Maybe it's this guardrail here. I don't like this guardrail. But it's most definitely the way that it spills back into the hotel. But let's see what this emergency exit's all about. Ah, there's something just gross. Reminds me of the wall at the Warren Days Inn. And that is not a place. This is not. I'm not going out of that. Ugh. This is the entrance, by the way. So here's the hotel lobby entrance. Just water dripping everywhere. Ah, this thing is saturated. Here's the entrance. Like, I'm sorry, but there's just something weird to me about how this thing just opens up to the hotel. Like, you've got this dripping stuff over there, and this thing just brings you back into the hotel here. I don't know. I'm just not feeling it, but let's just see what happens.
We're going to walk through this restaurant area concourse one last time so we can briefly check out the front of the hotel. But again, just look at these dead mall vibes. You feel it too, right? Have you ever seen a busted main escalator inside of a huge hotel like this? It just blows my mind that they can let that happen. Where's the hospitality? Where's the accessibility? Just before the lobby, posted on the wall when I filmed this, was a small poster that detailed some upcoming renovations to the hotel. Now that I know that it was owned by Harry Stinson at this time and I hadn't done any research when I filmed it, the poster mentions some stuff that I haven't seen in my research, like the playground, which they said was somewhere secret in the building. Have any of you seen the playground? Does it exist?
So we're gonna go outside right now. It's nighttime. We're not gonna see much, and we're gonna go right from here back inside. But we'll see what we can see. I want to show you the fountain.
I'm a sucker for any kind of fountain. My favorite one is at the Cranberry Mall on Route 80 in Pennsylvania. I've got a video coming on that mall down the line, but any fountain just totally captivates me. Do you guys have a favorite fountain? Let me know. Anyway, it was around this point in the video that I was just ready to get back inside to prep for the next few days of filming at Niagara Falls.
All right, I've had enough. I'm going back to my room.
Harry Stinson brought in the Wyndham chain to rebrand the hotel to the Buffalo Ramada in December of 2021. It was at this point that the promised $30 million renovation would actually kick into high gear. They got busy renovating everything from the ballrooms to the kitchen and, most importantly, the guest rooms. Despite now marketing the hotel to a mid-range clientele, I'm actually impressed with all the work they put into this Buffalo Ramada in just 1 month. While they only got between 200 to 300 of the rooms finished in time to book for New Year's of 2022, they were well ahead of the game. But just when everything looked perfect, on December 30, 2021, a massive blaze ruled arson broke out in the hotel. While the majority of the hotel was only affected by the sprinkler system, the fire was mostly contained to the kitchen, but had reached over 2,000 degrees, melting steel and vaporizing brick. With the kitchen having to be entirely rebuilt and rooms needing renovation, the cost for the repairs would start at $3 million and just shoot from there. As of the writing of this script, I can't seem to find a way to book a room here, so please let me know if any of you are local and if the hotel is back open for business. I'd like to thank all of you for watching my video, especially those of you who are only here for the malls. My impression of the Buffalo Grand began with a pretty grim outlook, but as I found the story of Mr. Stinson and his dedication to this place, I started rooting hard for the hotel. I do hope it goes on to thrive, and I'd be happy to revisit to show some updated footage. Thanks especially to my elite explorers and patrons for your direct support. You guys make episodes like this possible. Please make sure to follow me on my social media and to join my Discord DMod. Links are all down below. I'll see you all very soon, possibly for a special episode on April 1. But until then, please stay safe out there, everyone. Take care of yourselves and have a fantastic day.
Watch this. Then I'll be back to tell you how you can connect your computer to CompuServe and take advantage of a special money-saving offer. CompuServe combines the power of your computer with the convenience of your telephone to bring you hundreds of online services. Just call 1-800-543-9500. In addition to hundreds of powerful CompuServe services, every new member will also receive this comprehensive user's guide, a subscription to the monthly CompuServe magazine, and this free information-packed user's almanac. You get all this for just $39.95, and usage charges are as low as 10 cents a minute, no matter what time of the day or night you use your service. But you have to act now to receive everything, including your free user's almanac. Call 1-800-543-9500 now to join, or to get a free brochure describing all the amazing powers of CompuServe.